Well, welcome back everybody to another video from Desert Life and Adventures, coming to you from here in the Joshua Tree, the Grapevine Mesa Joshua Tree for Meadview, Arizona. Beautiful October morning here. I think it's about the 15th, and we're getting down a little cool at night. We were supposed to have a cool off this week. Here the next few days our high is only supposed to be 61, so yeah, we're going to cool down a little bit, but I like this 75 to 82 degree weather. But today we're going to have another project going on. What we're going to be doing is, I got this little trailer here. If you guys have seen some of my videos, you know that I haul my water, and I've got a 500 gallon tank, and currently I 18-foot car hauler trailer. It's kind of a pain, because then if I need to haul something else, I got to unload the water tank, reload it when I'm done, haul and load of water about every 2 weeks right now. Typically it's about once a month here in the wintertime when I'm not running the swamp cooler, and my wife's not watering all her flowers, and animals aren't drinking as much. So this little trailer, actually my neighbor gave it to me. He originally gave me the tank that I haul my water with. When we first moved down here, I had a guy hauling my water. They have water haulers here, and they'll bring you out, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 gallons, whatever you need. I've got a 2,000 gallon underground tank, and so I was hauling mine. I had mine hauled, and it was around $60 a month. Not bad. But he ended up with COVID, and this was back in late 2021, early 2022. And so I was talking to my neighbor one day, and the house he'd bought had a water trailer sitting down there, and I said something to him about hauling his water, and he said, no, he has a haul. And I said, well, what's that water trailer? He said it came with the house. He said, I don't know a whole lot about it. And so I asked him, I said, you want to get rid of it? He said, yeah, you can have it. And I looked it over, and originally I just took the tank. I thought, I got my car hauler trailer. I really don't need another trailer, something else to maintain, mess with. And well, lo and behold, here we are, I don't know, a couple years later, and I asked him one day if he still wanted to get rid of the trailer, and he said, yep, get it out of there. So just got my other trailer all refinished, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go now that I got my garage here, I can work on stuff. I'm going to go get that other trailer and see what I can do about fixing it up and making it a dedicated water hauler. And that way I don't have to transfer the tank. In fact, they sit out in the sun. Plastic pipe gets brittle. I don't know how brittle this was, but when I was unloading it the other day, I busted the main valve off again, and so I had to get parts and fix that. But once I get everything situated, I've got my old car over there. Yeah, you can kind of see it in the carport over there. Once that gets in the garage here, then I'll actually take this and park my water trailer in there out of the heat and the sun. So that's going to be what this video is going over this trailer, seeing what needs fixed on it, what we got to do, and I'll do a little video and take you guys along with me. Obviously it needs new tires. These have seen better days. When I brought it up here the other day, I sprayed everything down good with PB Blaster. And so I've done a once over on it. It had a chunk of cardboard here that needs to go in the trash, or plywood. So that'll go down in the trash. But first thing, or one of the things I'm going to have to do is this hitch. Looks like it's only rated for 2,000 pounds. Well, if you guys know how to calculate weight of water, 1 gallon of water weighs like 8.34, 8.48 pounds, something like that. So 500 gallons, you're talking a little over 2 ton on this trailer. So yeah, I want to make sure I get out. I gotta go take the wife in for a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'll stop by Tractor Supply. Hopefully they have a Bulldog hitch that I can pick up to go on there. You know, this thing was, not sure where they got the metal, but it's obviously trailer axles from a house trailer, mobile home, modular home, something like that. This one back here, you can see it's kind of got a bow in it. You know, they didn't quite get it welded straight when they done it. Looks like those tires might have wore a little bit on the inside, but who knows how many years they hauled this. Basically, you know, I got to haul about 1.5 miles each way, gravel roads. So I'm gonna get new tires and put on it, and I'm not gonna worry about that being bent. I may flip it over and just see if I can press down on that tube with the backhoe and straighten it out a little bit. But I give it a once over. Got everything marked here. Got some little cracks that gotta be fixed, re-welded. It's like several of these corners have done that. So I may actually go in there and put some gussets on the inside of it. It's got, you know, it's got trailer brake wires on, well, 3 of the wheels. I might have to take that one apart and see where those are. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having the trailer brakes hooked up on it. What else? It's got one shackle over here somewhere. I guess it's on the other side. Yeah, you can actually, might be easier to see it from over there, but from over here, oh, you might be able to see it there. We got one shackle. You can actually see the daylight through it. I've marked it. I'm gonna look. I may have some shackles that are right size from when I redone my Jeep, and if not, I got some plate metal. I can just make another one. It's not that big a deal. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and like I say, I've sprayed everything down with PB Blaster. Gonna see if I can get those bolts out of the rims, get them all cleaned up, hopefully take them to town with me tomorrow. Go buy, I believe, a Discount Tire. They say that kind of has exclusive, well, they have exclusive sales on certain tires, trailer tires. But see if I can find somebody tomorrow that has these and can get them mounted up. Today I'm primarily going to be working on getting those off. I've got tools. I can actually try to get those tires off the wheels. And I got tools. I know I can get them off, because if I have to, I have sawzalls and cutting wheels for my grinder. I can get them off there. But I'd like to get them off, get a wire brush taken to them, get them cleaned up, maybe painted today, but definitely get the insides cleaned up. So I believe they're a tubeless tire. It looks like it's tubeless. These things are, yeah, they're not real hard yet, but they've been sitting out here in that desert. So I get those off, build me another shackle. I'll go ahead and, you know, clean up some of these edges and these corners. That's not even welded there. I'll probably run a bead on that. Yep, there's no bead run there either. So do some additional welding, some additional reinforcement. Do a little bit of straightening here where the tank sits. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but somehow I'm gonna, maybe I'll do it off the back. But I want to have some framework, maybe some 1x8, 1x10. I don't know, I'll see what I can fit in there, just something so I can step up on the trailer. Let's see, yeah, I'd be getting to the back to put the fill hose in, open the lid, that kind of stuff. Get some of these edges cleaned up. You know, guy probably did with whatever he had back then. Didn't have all the fancy tools we got now, so get it cleaned up a little bit, repaint it. Probably I'll just go ahead and put some trailer lights on it. For right now, I've got this set of magnetic trailer lights that I used on my car trailer for a while after I burnt the wiring up on it. But yeah, I'll probably get it cleaned up, weld all the spots, put some lights on it. Like I say, see if I'll actually hook some power up and see if I hear those magnets working in those trailer brakes. Cleaned up, painted up, get my tank on it. I'm hoping to get it done by this weekend. I just checked yesterday. I'm down to about 1,000 gallons, so I got enough for a little while yet. Like I say, it's getting cooler. Wife's not watering the plants near as much. I'm not running the swamp cooler near as much. Nothing that I know of with the pressure washer here for a little while. So, like I said, I hope to get it done this weekend. I can haul my first load this weekend. It's interesting here in Arizona, from what I can tell. There was some controversy going around here for a while. Apparently there was a deputy that was stopping people with their water haul trailers. And this is just what I've seen from Facebook posts. But somebody posted the actual statute, and apparently in Arizona, if it is strictly a trailer for the conveyance of water, you don't have to have a title and license plates and all that stuff. Now, there may have been some people trying to get away with some stuff, and that's why he was stopping them. I don't know, but I did read the statute, and that's what I came up with out of it. So, for instance, like my car hauler, yeah, just because I've got a water tank on it and hauling water doesn't mean it don't have to be registered and licensed and stuff. Because obviously I can, drop that tank off and use it for something else. Basically, the statute says something like this that would be strictly used for conveyance of water, which I'm sure you could probably use it for something else, but it's going to be pretty obvious when I get it done that that's what the trailer's for. So, as far as I know right now, I don't have to worry about getting it licensed and all that. And we'll see. I don't know if I'll get it done this time around or not. I've got my 500-gallon water tank, and I'm sure you've all seen them. You'll see it probably on here after this conclusion of this video, but I might take the pressure washer it because it's been up and down the muddy road a few times and the dusty road, but I actually want to paint it up and make it look like a watermelon. I've seen different things. I don't know if I've ever seen one look like a watermelon, but I've seen people paint them up like a pig and just different stuff. So, just have a little fun with it. Well, it rolls and stuff pretty easy, but like I say, it's been setting for a while, so, I will go ahead and pop those hub covers, and pack the bearings and that kind of stuff, and be ready to go. And something like this ought to last me as long as I'll ever need it. If you're using it twice a month, going let's see. So typically I haul three loads, so that'd be what, about 3, 6, 9 miles twice a month. Yeah, I get it fixed up. It ought to last for a lot of years. And so as I get going here, I'll set you guys up, put some of it on time lapse. I won't bore you with the boring stuff like cleaning up, some of the rust and stuff on it, but thanks for coming along. came off pretty easy. I figured they would be growed on there. I don't know how long this trailer's been setting, but actually the bolts are pretty clean. Don't see any anti-seize or anything on them. I'll bet it was a PB Blaster. Has to have been the PB Blaster, right? That's what made them come out so easy. But yeah, they all come off real easy. A couple of them were actually looser than I expected. So I got the tires off, got them here. I got my tire irons out now. They're not too stiff. They're soft enough. I think I can probably get them. That one may actually still have air in it. Yeah, I think I can get those dismounted from the rims and get the rims cleaned up so I can take them to town with me tomorrow and hopefully get some new tires on them. Got somebody over here shooting, which they're allowed to. There's BLM land over there, but there's a law that says you're not allowed to shoot within a certain distance of structures. So there might be a neighbor that we had problems with here a few months back, and I kind of went over and laid down the law because they was only a couple hundred feet from my house, and I informed them that that wasn't going to fly. So back to the PB Blaster. So just a little trick, a little secret I've learned, and it seems to work. I've used WD-40, PB Blaster, probably a couple of others. Never was really impressed with WD-40. I know my son got me using the PB Blaster, and man, I like it a lot better. But somebody told me years ago that if you have a tight nut or a bolt, having trouble getting it out, even to the point where you're putting heat on it, basically they said, get it heated up pretty good, and then spray your penetrating fluid on it and all around it real good, because somehow that heat will actually draw your penetrating fluid into the threads. And I've actually done that. I've had good luck with it. So I'll get you guys set back up here, get you on a time lapse, and see if I can get these tires taken off these rims. Okay, so you guys see me struggle a little bit with that one. That rubber on those tires is a little stiff sitting out here in this hot desert sun. In fact, I was kind of surprised because just with the prying, I don't know if you can see that, I actually bent the rim. Hopefully I can just whack that with a hammer and get it straightened back out, because these are tubeless tires. Like I say, they're a little stiff. So a couple little tricks. One of the things, if you don't have a tire machine and you got the tools to change your tires on your own, break them down. One of the ways you can break them down if you don't have a tire machine, especially if you have a heavy diesel truck, throw that tire down in front of it. You might need somebody to stand on it, hold their foot, get it where you can see out that window, kind of turn your tire to the left and drive up on that. And you might need somebody to, just turn it and then flip it over. But you'd be amazed. I'm amazed at how many tires I broke down the beads on using that method before I ever, well, if I have a bad one now, I just use my backhoe. But I broke down a lot of tires that way and broke the beads, get them off. If these were good tires, or even say like when I put new ones on, sometimes them new ones are pretty stiff as well, or maybe you get a used set, and the bead don't want to seat. What you can do is take and rub that bead down with brake fluid. You rub it down with brake fluid, let it sit for a little while, and it'll actually soften up the rubber. Now you can use it on a lot of different rubber products, but I've used it on tires quite a few times when I had a bead that wouldn't quite seal, and just put it on there and give that time to soak in, and be amazed. So I'll get back at these, put you guys on time lapse so you don't have to watch me struggle with the rest of them. But all in all, that wasn't bad. So I'll get at it. Okay, so I went and stole me some dish soap from my wife. We just got a Sam's Club card, so next time we go there, I guess I'll have to buy me my own big bottle of Dawn dish soap. So see if I can get this other one tore apart here. Not been too bad. And we'll start to work on the fourth one. Okay, let's see if this one's got air in it, or if the rubber's just that stiff. Well, apparently the rubber's just that stiff. So I guess we'll set you guys up in a different spot here. Get you where you can see. And I'll do my bead breaking trick. Okay, well, as you've seen, that worked pretty good on the front. It popped on the first try. Back was a little bit worse, but I did get it. Had to give it a little extra persuasion with a sledgehammer. I was looking for somewhere here. I don't know if I've got it moved over here yet or not, but I've got a couple of splitting wedges that I use for splitting firewood in Colorado. And I brought them with me because the other thing you can do is you can put them in there and use them as a wedge to get in there and actually break that bead. But that sledgehammer did the job, so we'll see how this one is to get off the rim now. Okay, got them all done. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought I might end up cutting some of those tires off the rims. That last one, you got to see my little trick there for using your vehicle to break that bead down. It was a little tougher on this one. I don't know if I've ever used this one before. And with those wider dually wheels on the front, they stick out. I had to lean way out with the door open to actually see the rim. But yeah, the front part worked good. The back part took a little more effort. A couple good whacks with the sledgehammer. And when I got off, I figured out why. This rim's got a lot of rust on it. So I have to make sure I get it cleaned up good. You know, these others, they basically have no rust inside. They're good shape. But that one maybe, get back here. You know, maybe it had some air left in it. None come out when I pulled the valve core. Speaking of which, that's a pet peeve of mine. I watch some of these YouTube videos, so. This is a valve stem. The little piece that goes down inside there is a valve core. That's what this little piece is right here, is a valve core. I watch some guys call them all valve stems. This is a valve core remover. But anyhow, so that one That tire may have had some moisture in it. You know, everything out here in the desert likes whatever water it can get. Even that tire must have, with some moisture or some air in there, trapped condensation off and on. It got some moisture and it grew to that rim. It's dry out here. Everything likes a little bit of moisture and a little water. So I got my hose drug over here. I got to move my stuff out around here and get this cleaned up and washed up. This dish soap, where I use the dish soap, it's a little bit slickery. So I'll get that cleaned up. At least now I know. I'll get that little ding took out of that rim. I'll have to pull that valve stem out because I don't want to break it. I think I might have another one, but I'll put my air chuck on there and make sure they're all taking air good. I might have to pull the valve core out. That one didn't want to come out real good. It unscrewed, but then I had to get the pliers to pull it out easily. And maybe it's because there was no air and it didn't come out on its own. But at least now I know if somebody's got tires tomorrow and they can't mount them for me, a little dish soap and a little effort. It don't take much to mount the tires for this thing, and I'm not going to worry about balance them. Maybe I'll put a little water in and balance them. No, I'm kidding. You know, it's just a trailer. I'm going about nothing over 25 miles an hour for a mile and a half one way and a mile and a half back. Pretty rocky road on most of it. Not going to be towing this down the highway at any type of highway speed, so I'm really not going to worry about balancing. So I'll get some stuff cleaned up here and bring you guys back.